Welcome to Red Rock Chess, everyone. Today we're going to be watching Iam Nepomniachtchi play Hikaru Nakamura in a great game of chess. If you guys aren't subscribed already, we are currently at 28 subscribers, going for 500. And if you guys do enjoy chess, please make sure to follow and like the video. It really helps us out. Let's get right into the video. So we have Hikaru playing with the white pieces and Ian with the black. The game starts out with the move d4, and there's a couple different variations that can be played. You can be playing the London system, you can be playing many variations, and in this case they play the Indian game right here, and you can do the Trompowsky attack. That's Levy's favorite opening. In this case, he does the three pawns just linked together, and he's looking to bring out his bishop right here and castle with his knight. Usually people bring out and develop this bishop beforehand to start the London, but in this case Hikaru just pushes the pawn. This pawn is pushed right here on the e6 square, and the bishop is brought out, and now Hikaru is going to be looking to castle. He's looking to start out the game within the first 5 moves castling. Same thing for Ian, and in this case he wants to fianchetto his bishop because he knows that Ian is going to be castling kingside, and black decides to castle, and the bishop is fianchettoed. You'll always see that Hikaru loves to fianchetto his bishop, especially if he knows that that individual is going to have his king on the king side, and especially likes to fianchetto on this side if he knows that they're going to castle queenside. So to disrupt that, Ian knows that he wants to start to create some havoc, create some problems for white on the queen side, and white is going to push this pawn up if it ever comes to that case, and white's going to look at fianchettoing their bishop in order to create some problems. White just castles. He's going to be looking at pushing up his pawns right here, starting to get his knight into the game. This pawn right here is pushed up right here. Once black takes right there, he could easily recapture. He could bring out his knight right there. There's many opportunities. Black is getting their knight into the game. The reason why they went to this square is that if it ever needs to be like pushed right here, they can always bring a knight reinforcement right there. White is really look at creating some problems in the center of the board. They're just going to be looking at some opportunities to push in the middle. Black decides it's finally time to push their pawn, the c pawn, into the middle of the game. They're fighting for the center of the board in this case. And right here, there's just a lot of opportunities for white to defend themselves. And right here, this is taken. Best move for white is to take with the bishop, and that's what Hikaru does. This pawn is captured in the middle of the board. The best move is just to take with the knight or the pawn, and the pawn is what white does. This move right here is setting up some attacks right here, especially on this queen side right here. You could eventually look at taking right here, and then there's just an open attack, especially if you were to bring the knight right here. A lot of low-level players will especially fall for this trick. Ian is, and Hikaru are very high-level players. So the best move for black in this position is the move queen f4, and that's exactly what is played. The reason for that is it creates a lot of attacks right here, especially if you were to eventually take right there. It creates a lot of problems, and then you could eventually just move your knight in right there, have some knight reinforcements, stuff like that. So knowing that, Hikaru just offers trading the queens. The best move in this case is actually just to slide the queen back one, but Ian decides that he's okay taking right here. Now it's posing a threat onto this rook, so the best move is just to slide it out of the way, and Ian decides he wants to get his rooks developed into the game. And you can look at the time control. Ian is up 40 seconds of time, which does prove crucial, especially in blitz games like this. And the purpose of moving the knight back is to create some attack on the bishop, since the bishop is not very good right in this position, and you don't really want this bishop to have a strong diagonal on the king. And so this point right here is to just kick the bishop out. The bishop moves all the way back. there is still a strong threat onto these diagonals right here, which is very strong for Eon. These bishops right here are just eyeing a mountain of pieces right here, so it's not as strong per se. And this knight right here is just trying to shift. This white rook is trying to attack in the center of the board. This right here serves a good purpose because not only does it defend the places where this knight can go, it can also block this bishop from creating a strong attack. Regardless, the best thing to do right here in this case is taking this piece right here. The purpose of this right here is to start to create an attack right there. Black is just going to come and defend that right there. The best move right here is to move the bishop right here, and that is what white does. And black is just trying to pivot out of this area just so that it can create a stronger threat. The best move actually right now is to move your rook to c1. That's what Hikaru does after a couple moments of thought. This right here is to start to attack in the center of the board, creating some problems. Also looking at getting the bishop out of the way. Right here, white moves their knight right here to attack the rook. Eon moves right here to attack what's defending it. And this is where the game gets interesting. So Hikaru attacks. Not only does he take a good amount of time to think about this, but he is posing a couple different threats. He is attacking the knight, but once that knight leaves, no matter where it goes, this is under attack right here. This right here is not defended, or this is defended. It's the best move to do. What to do for Eon is to attack that knight. That is what happens, and in this case, Hikaru takes. And the reason why this is winning for Hikaru, because after he takes, there's just a lot of opportunities for, like right here, there even is a fork where you can be forking those two pieces right there. And in this case, the best move is to take. Even though this is going to be doubled pawns right here, you are looking at a better advantage for white. The reason for that is that you're 2 rooks and a bishop for 2 knights and a rook. So he's up. Hikaru is up 2 points of material at this point in the game. Eon is up 20-30 seconds of time on the clock. This right here is so that he doesn't hang a back rank mate. And this rook right here is to start to move right here. Black is just going to be taking this pawn right here, getting some pieces back. Now Hikaru is only up 1 point of material, but black does not want to be trading down his pieces, especially against Hikaru in blitz. It's a very strong player to be playing for that. This move right here is just in case he ever were to give a check that he's not hanging a back rank mate as well. And this right here is just throwing a check in so that he can eventually have the king slide out of the way and capture this pawn right here. And this, because this pawn is going to be gobbled up, and now it's even. And so just so that it's still continually even, that is what he's going to be trying to be doing. This right here is posing a double threat right here, causing both to be taken. And if this one gets taken, this is pinned right here, so he could even just create some big problems for him. So right here, this one's taken, so he takes this one. Now he's threatening to take this right here because of this pin right here. So black moves out of the way, and this is a great opportunity for white Hikaru to attack that knight. This knight right here can only be defended so much, so black will either just give a check or directly defend that pawn, and a check is given and it goes back. And it's not looking too good because once that white rook slides right here, it's creating a double threat right here, so black has to get out of the way and take that. And this is where Eon resigns because there's nothing he can do. If he were to move his knight right here to attack, this is just a losing game right here, especially if you were to try and keep attacking right here. There's nothing he could really do because once this comes right here, it's just a losing game and a losing battle. So, if you guys did find this video pretty instructing and you guys do enjoy chess, please make sure to put in the comment section what you guys want to learn next. And also subscribe so that we can grow the channel. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you guys for watching Red Rock Chess.